Good morning, class. The topic of my paper is the negative effects of pollution in the Bahamas. What is pollution? According to dictionary.com, pollution is the act or process of introducing harmful substances to the environment. The different types of pollution include air pollution, water pollution, plastic pollution, solid waste pollution, and noise pollution. Pollution can be caused by a majority of things. For example, the air is polluted by our use of electricity, transportation of vehicles, and the burning of fossil fuels, while the water is polluted by sewage waste, waste products from cruise ships, and oil spills. In addition, plastic waste can be easily introduced by the acts of littering on the beaches. When these plastic materials go into the water or are left on land, it can be very detrimental to our aquatic animals and our land animals. Most of these creatures end up being killed due to these objects that can be nowhere near the environment, that should be nowhere near the environment. On the other hand, with solid waste products, it can be harmful to man in a number of ways. The main problem that it would have for us is that it rodents that breed and harbor germs and bacteria that can make us sick. Lastly, with noise pollution, it can affect us in a number of ways besides physically. It stems from construction sounds, vehicular sounds, and industrial machinery. Most people that would be affected by these are those who live and work around city-like areas. People affected by noise pollution can possibly be affected in the way that they lose their hearing. In addition, they can also cause mental distress in the instance of a loud honking noise in traffic. People can also develop psychological trauma, such as nervous disorders. In addition, these can cause other health problems, such as increased blood pressure and thickening of the blood. As a result of these effects, people should find ways in which they can reduce the rate at which pollution is increasing. Some ways include reducing your energy usage throughout the day, limit the amount of times you drive your car by walking or riding a bike, using environmentally friendly products, and reduce and recycle The methodology that was used for this research paper was surveys. The website that the surveys were created on was SurveyMonkey, and the survey questions were as follows. Which pollutions do you think are affecting the Bahamas? Are you personally being affected by this particular type of pollutant? Are these pollutants having a negative impact on our environment? How likely do you think the environment can recover on its own from problems caused by humans? In efforts to slow down the effects of pollution, which alternative energy source do you think would be most helpful and sufficient? Do you think recycling helps with pollution? How often do you recycle? How likely are you to change your lifestyle to reduce damage you have caused to the environment? With the first question, which pollutions do you think are affecting the Bahamas? Most participants chose plastic, which had 77%, air, which was next, which had 55%, then water, which was 44%, solid waste, which was 33%, and noise, which was 22%. The second question, which was, are you personally being affected by this particular type of pollutant? Most participants said no, which was 66%, while the rest said yes, which was 33%. The third question was, are these pollutants having a negative effect on our environment? Most participants chose agree, which was 55%, and others chose strongly agree, which was 45%, while 1% chose strongly disagree. Number 4, which was how likely do you think the environment can recover on its own from problems caused by humans? Most participants chose unlikely, which was 44%. Next was neither likely or unlikely, which was 22%. And then there were the same amount of participants chose very likely, likely, very unlikely, which was 11%. Number 5, which was an effort to slow down the effects of pollution, which alternative energy source do you think would be most helpful and sufficient? Most participants chose solar energy, which had 66%. Next was natural gas, which was 22%, then wind, which was 11%, and for the other options, no one chose those. For number 6, do you think recycling helps with pollution? All of the participants chose yes. Number 7, how often do you recycle? Most participants chose rarely, which was 44%, sometimes and usually had 22%, never had 11%, and always was 0%. Number 8, how likely are you to change your lifestyle to reduce damage you cause to the environment? Most participants chose likely, which was 66%. Others chose very likely, which was 22%, and everyone else chose neither likely, which was 1%, and unlikely and very unlikely, no one chose those. The survey also had a age category. Most participants that completed the survey were between 18 to 24 years of age, and this had 88.89%. and there was one person under 18 who was a college student that had 11%. Gender, majority of the participants that completed the survey were female, and this had 88%, while the males had 11%.